Hey guys, and welcome back. And this video is actually requested by you again and again, so here it is. This video is going to be loaded with tips and tricks, and let's get started with a light sketch. Sketching is really important, and if you want to know more about how to draw a freehand sketch, then let me know in the comments below. Once you're done, always lighten your sketch with a kneadable eraser. The very first thing that you need to do is choose your pencils and sharpen them to a fine point. Look at how sharp this pencil is, and that's exactly what we want. To dump the pencil shavings, keep a box next to you with a lid so that you don't have to run to the dustbin every time you sharpen it. I'm starting off with the eyes first. Eyes are the most important feature in any living being, whatever it is, be it animals, be it birds, or even us human beings. If we can draw the eyes correctly, then the whole drawing will look good, no matter what. And that's the main reason to draw the eyes first, because you can take your time and get it done as perfectly as you can. Moving on to the fur area, I am creating a base layer of color just to establish all the different shades that I can see in the reference image and also to fill out some of the grains of the paper. You might be asking why you should do it, because animals only have fur on them. Well, I'll explain. If you are to draw the fur in small pencil strokes right away without any base layer of color on the paper, it is going to take you double the time than what's going to take you now. With the base layer done, I'm moving on with the details, and I am drawing in small strokes for the fur. Since we are using color pencils, there is no way that we can use light colors on top of dark colors. For example, I cannot use orange on top of black. It's not going to be visible at all. So, how do we draw the fur? Well, actually, it's quite simple. Instead of drawing the fur itself, draw the surroundings with darker colors. As you can see, I am using black and I am drawing the shadows and in between the fur so that it can stand out. The fur on its ears is actually white. So how to draw that? It is just as before. Draw the shadows and the surroundings so that it can look like white fur. For the forehead, I'm using a light color and drawing in small pencil strokes to determine the direction of the fur. Once I have that, I can move on to adding other colors. I am repeating myself because you need to understand this. To draw the light fur, you need to draw the shadows. Just like I am doing here. I am drawing only the shadows that I can see in the reference image and nothing else. I'll leave a link to the reference image that I used in the description box down below. I am using a limited color pencil set of 24 colors, so I don't have a lot of color choices. So the only way for me to achieve the exact shade that I want is by layering a lot of different colors on top of each other. Whenever you're drawing realistic, choose a good quality reference. If the image quality is very low, you cannot zoom in and see the details, and if you choose a blurry image, it's not going to be of much use. So take your time and pick an image with details on it so that it's easier for you to draw. The fur on its nose is actually the shortest of all, so I am using a very short pencil stroke and I am just dabbing the pencil here and there. You can find this drawing on Pinterest and I'll leave a link to it in the description box. Like I said, I am layering a lot more different colors on top to match the reference. Don't hesitate to use darker colors for the lighter areas of the fur, because just as you add the shadows with the darker colors, the drawing is going to look much more realistic. If you've noticed, I've split the drawings into smaller parts so that it's easier for me to concentrate on a smaller area. If I am to draw the whole picture at once with all the details on it, and it's going to be overwhelming for me. So it's always better to split your drawings into small workable sections. There is a lot of difference between the fur on its ears and the rest of the face. This fur is actually longer and it is grouped together into smaller sections, while the fur on its face is more like individual strands of hair. Since the fur on the inside of the ears is white, you only need to draw the shadows and the surrounding areas, but it involves a slightly different technique which I'll show you now. With a darker color, for example black, you need to draw in these elongated V shapes to define the shape of the fur. Observe your reference very closely and take a note of the direction of the fur and draw it accordingly. Don't just draw these elongated V's next to each other. Change the direction, change the shape so that it looks realistic. For subtle highlights, you can use a stick eraser, and this one is by Tombow and I use it a lot. I just erase some of the color pencil layers to reveal some brighter highlights. But you need to be careful where you lift them. If you take a closer look, you can clearly see that I'm only erasing the color pencils in between the shadows, because that's going to give me the contrast that I want. If I am to erase the shadows, then there won't be much of a difference between the lighter areas and the darker shadows, and there won't be much of a contrast. So never erase the shadows, erase only in between the shadows to create highlights. You don't want to rest your hands on any part of the finished drawing. So since I'm right-handed, I'm starting my drawing from the left side so that it doesn't rest on any part of the finished drawing. If you're left-handed, start from the right. The fur on this particular area is also short, so I am using the short pencil strokes to draw them. Just as I did before, I am only drawing the shadows in between the fur to define the shape of it, and I am going to draw in the elongated V shape on the edges. Whenever you draw anything realistic, just keep it in mind. You cannot replicate what you see in your reference image just as it is. You cannot do a photocopy of it. All you can do is try and make it look as realistic as possible using that reference image. So don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just enjoy the process. In order to draw the fine details of the fur, you need to keep your pencils sharp for as long as possible, and I'll show you how. After you've laid down a few strokes and you can see the pencil is getting blunt, turn that pencil sideways. Now you'll have a fine point, and when this gets blunt, turn it sideways again. Even though I've used it for a bit, you can clearly see that it is still sharp. And now I am not turning the pencil sideways or whatsoever, and you can see that it's getting blunt in one particular angle. And you can clearly see the difference because this one looks much more softer and smoother, but this looks a lot grainy. So why is it important to use a sharp pencil? Because if you use a blunt pencil, then it's not going to fill out all the grains of the paper. So it's going to leave white spots here and there and make your drawing look grainy. And if you are to use a sharp pencil, it is going to fill out all the grains of the paper, and the overall result will be a soft, smooth layer of color pencil, and your drawing is going to look realistic. The fur on its body is mostly white. So I am using a grey color to draw the shadows and the surroundings to define that white fur. And I am drawing along the direction of the fur. I am working in layers, and the main reason for doing so is to create depth in my drawings. And when you lay a lot of different colors on top of each other, it is going to create that wonderful transition between colors, and it's going to give that effect of depth in it so that it can look realistic. Exactly like before, I am using a stick eraser to pull up some highlights in between the shadows. I want you to keep in mind that no color is going to be pure. There is no pure orange, there is no pure white. Almost every color in nature is tinted. Every color leans towards another color. For example, if you take a look at this fox, it might seem only orange to you, but in nature, that orange color is leaning towards a yellow shade in some areas and a brown shade in some other areas, for example, the shadows. So, no matter how many color pencils you have, you always have to mix the shade that you want. So, don't feel restricted if you only have 12 colors or 24 colors. You can always achieve the look that you're going for. When you're drawing the whiskers, try to do it in just one stroke. Don't go back and forth because it's not going to look good. And those are my basic tips and tricks to draw realistic animals. If you found this video useful and enjoyed watching it, then feel free to hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. And I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye everybody.